everybody, this is Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have another haul for you. This is sort of an amalgamated haul of a bunch of different places that I've been. Everywhere from Michael's, Amazon, an antique show that I went to, the Dollarama, and some things that my husband brought back from England for me back in September. I forgot to put them in my haul back then, so I will add them in now. And I think that's oh, and the Goodwill. I'm not sure if I mentioned the Goodwill or not, but Goodwill as well. Oh, and AliExpress. There's a few things left from AliExpress. So we'll try and get through as many things as we can today. And I will start with the Dollarama, just because it's right here in front of me here. And for those of you that don't know, Dollarama is a store here that we have in Canada, and everything is basically $4 or less. So kind of like your Five Below, except $4 below. So everything ranges from about $1.25 up to $4. And we will start with those first. So the first thing that I have here is just a pack of sort of like a satin cord, and there is 10 meters here. Silk rope is what they're calling it. So I thought that would be good for junk journaling, putting around edges or tying, you know, like a closure for the book, or whatever else I can come up with that. And then I got a pair of scissors, and they're Westcott. I'm pretty sure you'll know what Westcott is in the States as well, but it is a really good brand for scissors and the cutting boards and things like that. And they always tend to have one or two kinds at the Dollarama, so I picked up a pair of these. You can never have too many scissors. At least that's what I believe. And then I got a pack of metallic pencil crayons. I only have like a gold and a bronze and a silver in the metallic colors, so I thought I would pick these up. It has a multitude of colors. There are 12 different ones in there. Oh, the cord was $2, and these pencil crayons were also $2, if you can see. Right there in the corner, it says $2. And then I got myself something called Color Twist pencils. And I believe these are Crayola. Yeah, they are. Art with Edge Crayola. So I'm just going to open them up because you can't see in through the box here. So I don't think I've even actually looked at these yet. I think they're the twistable pencil crayons. Yeah, that's what they are. So they're the twistable pencil crayon there. And that one's pink. And this one was probably $3, maybe even $4 because it's Crayola. But it has 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24 different colors in it. And I think they sell these on Amazon for somewhere around $20. So I got this for $3 or $4. I can't remember which because I've taken the price tag off. And then I got myself some new fine liners, and these were $3.50. I think there's 14 in there. And then I thought I'd have some fun with these glitter liners. And I think it's kind of like glue. I'm not sure if it is glue or if it's just, you know, glitter. A liquid type of glitter. But I'm sure it's probably sticky too. That's my assumption anyways. And this was $3, and there's 10 different colors in there. I thought I'd have some fun with that. Oh, and it comes with different sizes of the tops too. And then I got this, which I believe was $4. It is a pack of paper, but they're actually, this is by Mambi. You've probably heard of Mambi. These are full-size sheets. I don't know if it'll, here, I'll take one out. If I can. Doesn't seem to want to come off. It's got the, there we go. Just have to do it the right way. So yeah, it's a pretty big size. It would be a good size for covering a journal. If you wanted the front and back all the same. Which is what I do. I do the whole cover the same usually. So yeah, it's a pretty big piece. And there are 2 of each design, which makes 24 sheets. So these are the different designs. I love this one right here, the flower one. Those are the different designs. So that one would have been $4. And then I got this big one that's 11 by 17. And there's 15 sheets in here. And they're the metallic ones. I don't know if you can tell if they're metallic or not on there. But it looks like you get 3 of each kind. So that's 5 different designs. And that's it. And that one's made by DCWV. I can't remember what that stands for. I also got some Elmer's Craft Bond glue tape. Two of these turning stencils, so you can just turn it to whatever stencil you want, whatever design on the package, and just sort of block it off from the others. Or you can just take this whole thing off and have just the round stencils, which is probably what I'll do. I think these were $1.25 each. I got 2 of these holders. They're like a Ziploc along the top, and then you just put your papers or something in there. I'm not sure exactly what I'll use them for, but I'm pretty sure they'll come in handy somewhere along the line. I got just a notebook. Nothing special about it, except I just liked the butterflies on the front. So I'll use that for like a glue book or something. And then I got 2 of these mini binders. One pink one, just a 3-ring. And then a fancier one. And that's got 2 rings. I got this fabric from there as well. This was probably $2.50, but it's a full meter. There's another one that comes out too. That is the design. I thought that was pretty. It came on a roll, and I took it off the roll just because it's easier to store when it's flat. And that is it from the dollar store. So now we'll go on to the things that I got from England. So let me put these away. Oh, well, this one actually I'll do first because I bought this when I was in Ontario with my sister. I know I already did that haul, but I forgot to add this in. So this cost me $3 at a magazine store. I thought it was a really good deal for all these stamps. I think it probably came with a magazine, and when they had to get rid of the magazines, I think they took out the, because there was other ones as well, different things and types to choose from. And I think they took these out of the package with the magazine, and then you know, just sold these separately, which I think is a good idea. All right. Oh, and my sister, yeah, there's two more things actually that I got from Ontario. So this my sister gave me. It is a Canon Ivy mini photo printer. She ended up with two of them somehow. So she gave me one of them, and I haven't opened it or anything yet, but I can't wait to try it out. It looks pretty cool. And hopefully I'll be able to print from my phone and tablet and things like that from here, which I can do with my regular printer as well, but this just might be a little bit more convenient because I can probably carry it around with me in the house, and it doesn't have to be in the one room. So I thought that was good. And then at our Christmas night that we had before I left, we got together with my nephew and his boyfriend, my sister, her husband, and her other son. So, or my other nephew, we got together and we did a Secret Santa, and this is what I ended up with, which I'm quite excited about. It's called Exit the Game, and this particular one is The Abandoned Cabin. So it's like a what's it called? Like an escape room, but it's all played with cards. So my family, we love to play games, so this will be a fun thing to do. All right. So now the things that I got from England that my husband brought back for me when he took my daughter to England for school. And of course he came back on his own because she stayed and is now near the end of her first year of university. So I have a gold and a silver ink. And I think he got these from the range. And that's just the basic colors of the gouache. I'm not really sure how to say that. And then a watercolor one. Basic colors as well. And this came with one of my magazines that he brought back. So it's got the paper in behind there that you can see with the Christmas trees and stuff on it. And then a bunch of Christmas stamps. So I love that. That's pretty awesome. And this came out of one of the magazines as well. I love that. I think that's pretty cool. And this is called Especially for Her Luxury Card Collection. So this just has, it doesn't have many on it, but it's really, really nice. They're just cardboard die cuts. So I thought that was pretty awesome. I don't know if there's anything else. I think there's another sheet in there. Let's open this up and have a look. Oh, there's paper too. I didn't realize that at first. There's two cardboard backgrounds, I guess they're supposed to be. And then this one. Cool. I did not realize those the first time I looked at it. I'll put them in right away. These in my box. And then he brought me 2 sizes of paintbrushes. There is 3 in this pack. And 4 in this pack. This is one of the magazines that he brought me back. It's called Make Cards, and this came with one of those stamp sets that I showed you before. This is I quite like this magazine. It's about making cards, which I haven't done a lot of. So it gives you some ideas and tips on, you know, designs as well as things that you can draw or color or whatever in the card. So it's a pretty good magazine. There's different ideas, and there's tags and bags and little boxes and all sorts of things to do in there. And this, I believe, came with that magazine that I just showed you, the Make Cards. So this is just, I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do with these things here other than cut them out. But other than that, it is filled with, oh yeah, I guess you just cut them out. Once you get past these, yeah, then it is a bunch of paper. And there's 2 kinds on each. So I figure what I'll do is I'll take a few of these, fold them in half down the line, and make a junk journal out of those. And then there's some more stuff at the back to cut out. More paper. So that came with the magazine. And it was all in a plastic wrapper. And then this one says it came in there too, so I must have gotten 2 in there. This is from Making Cards. Well, it's more pictures. So you can color them, shade them, or use them just as is. There's some papers. Different colors, different designs, and so on and so forth. And there is the paper dolls at the back, which I think is pretty cool. So one of them must have come with this magazine, and one came with the other magazine. This one's called Making Cards and Paper Craft. So, oh, the rose one obviously came with this one. And it's the same thing, different things to do with paper, making cards, different greetings. So just different ideas in there as well. I think their magazines in England are so much better than what I can find here in Canada. I don't know about there in the States, you know, what your selection for magazines is like. But I know the ones that I've seen in England, I lived there for 3 years as well. And they have some pretty awesome things. And they almost always come with something else. The craft ones anyways. And then this one here is called Craft Stamper. Um, 48 exclusive makes. Tantalizing texture, create stunning texture with tissue and paint. So this is Oh, and this one came with a little stamp. I don't have it here because I put it away already. Just one little stamp that looks like this it came with. I put it away because it was so small. But then this again is just a bunch of different ideas that you can, you know, different ways of making textures and so on, and using your stamps. I got this one, Tattered Lace. It came with a die, which is right here. I haven't taken it off yet. It's very flimsy, so I have to be careful when I take that off. I just haven't done it yet. So this one's Tattered Lace. Just says inspiration, information, education. So it's got free paper inside. The free die, which they say is worth £16.99, which would be like 35 Canadian dollars, which is kind of crazy. And then the papers inside, it says they're worth £3.99, which would be about $3.50 in Canadian dollars. Not quite double. That we don't need to look at. Into the papers, obviously. And then it has a bunch of ideas and everything as well for you, just like the card making ones. And this one is called Stitch. So this one has to do with embroidery, which I haven't done a whole lot of, but I would love to, because I think they're beautiful when things are done. This is just different patterns and ideas and things like that. You know, an advertisement, of course. That shows you how to do the bird. And how to make these butterflies. And so on and so forth. Leaves. A knitting one. And that just has different patterns inside of it. It's called Knitting and Crochet. It says 30 brilliant patterns, easy to advanced. So that'll be good. And there's another card making magazine called How to Make Cards. Creative ideas for makers who love cards. New techniques, inspiring projects, step-by-step photos. Give you an idea of what that one looks like. I know my camera's not set up the greatest to look at magazines, but most of the haul is not magazines, so. But yeah, that was just a quick flip through. And that's it for the things from England. So let's get into AliExpress. Let's start with this big one here. This I know is a non-crafting item. It is a purse that I ordered, but maybe you'd be interested to see what their non-crafting items are like. I haven't even looked at this yet, so I have no idea. Ooh. Oh, that's nice. It is big as well. It's a black purse with shoulder straps. Quite long ones, which is what I like. I don't like things tucked up under my arm and stuff, so this will just hang over my shoulder. And it's this wide. Well, that's big. Got a zipper, which is good. Ooh, they jingle. And then the inside. Oh, that's really nice. I was hoping it would be a very big one because I like a big bag. My husband would say, "You are a big bag," because he thinks he's so funny. And then I got this little one. It came in a little dust bag. And it comes with a shoulder strap. Right here. It's got chains on it. And then it's got the strap. And I thought that one was really cute. It's really quite nice. And they also sent me a little hair band. And then the inside has a little pocket. A little pocket over on this side here. And then that's just plain on the inside. That's quite nice. This one was about $5. And the other one was probably $12. And I don't know, oh yeah. And then I bought this 3-piece as well, and it was $14. I loved the color of it. And this says Jing Pin on it. It must be the name of the company that made the purse. Jing Pin. And this one came with a little makeup case. A little piece for your cards.
Yeah.
Shush, please. I'm making a video.
I'm busy.
And then this one that's kind of like a wallet. And the shoulder strap. Right here. And that is all for that one. Sorry if that was kind of loud. That was my husband, and he's got this terrible cough that he doesn't seem to be able to get rid of. Alright, so what have we got left in the bag? In the box, I mean. Just a few things. Alright, this one is not AliExpress, so the first thing that I got is this tiny little thing that fits on your finger. I'm just trying to open it here. But this was only a few cents, like maybe $1, but I don't even think it was that. I think it was probably like 50 cents. And what it is it has this little spike on it right here. I don't know if you can see that. Oh yeah, there you can. And you put it on your finger, whichever one, you know, works best for you, and you cut open an orange. And I eat a lot of oranges, so actually it'd probably be best on your thumb if you just put it like this, and then you put the spike in at the top of the orange and pull it down. And I do that 4 times, and then it's so much easier to peel your orange. So I thought this would be a handy tool instead of using a knife and cutting halfway into the orange, because then it makes it more difficult to peel when your orange is falling apart on you. So I thought I'd give this a go. I mean, for 50 some odd cents, you can't really go wrong. So let's put that to the side. And then I got a small stencil. It's probably 6 by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I got a pack of paint brushes. Let me lift this top up. I got it taped down. Boy, oh boy, do they ever have it locked up good here. There. There we go. These are called Zoo Ting paintbrushes. Art changes life is what it says. And those are the tips. And these were probably around $2. Everything is so cheap from there. But I wouldn't have paid much more than that anyways. But yeah, those are pretty good. They look nice. I'll have to try those out. And I do not know what this one is. Oh yes, I do know what this is. I haven't put it together yet. This is a paintbrush or marker or whatever you want to use it for. And it's a holder. Silly thing there. Oh, for some reason it doesn't want to come out. There we go. We won't put it back in there. So this goes together. This piece here is the bottom because there's no holes. And this one has all the holes. So you just pop these in. All four corners. And then this pops on top. There. And then you put all your paint brushes, or you can put markers, pencil crayons, whatever it is that you want in there. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog, he'll stop right away. And last but not least from AliExpress is, oh, that's kind of cool, is a stencil. I'm pretty sure I know which one this is as well. I can figure out how to open it. There we go. Yeah, that's the one I thought it was. So this is, as you can see, a lady's face, or girl's face. I think it is absolutely fantastic. I love this. I'll have fun with that. With inks or paints or whatever it is that I'm going to use. Yeah. And that was probably $1. $1.10, $1.15, something like that. So, I will put this away. It's getting all caught up. Put that in my box. Okay. So this I ordered from a website called Peachy Cheap. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that, but my sister introduced me to it. And what it is it's just a website that they have 2 items for sale each day. And it's different every day. And they're from all sorts of different like brand names. Like this one here is Maggie Holmes. And they'll have Mambi, they'll have like all different. It's different every day. And this is one package that I got, and I paid $9.99 for it, and I think it was regularly like $30 or $40. So this package came with 10 acrylic stamps. Or sorry, no, this one I think was $12.99. And then 41 ephemera pieces. 64 puffy stickers. And a pad of 6 by 8 inch paper, and there's 36 sheets in there. And those are all the different designs that you can see on the front there. So yeah, I thought that one was quite nice. It's the only one that I've bought off of there, but they have some really great deals. I just don't need that much more. Well, I probably don't really need anything more, but like they say, both collecting your crafting and doing your crafting, they're two separate hobbies, which I fully agree with. All right, so let's get on to I'll do this one here because it's an Amazon pickup. There's two things here. So this is the first one, and this is my sister sent me this one, and it's off Amazon. And it is the envelope punch board, which I cannot wait to get started using. I have been wanting one of these for so long. And she bought it for me, so that was super nice of her. And this I ordered myself. These things here. So I ordered myself a C plate for my Cuttlebug. It's just a plain plate. You apparently need this one if you're going to be using non-Cuttlebug brand items, like dies or die cuts and stuff like that. And then I purchased this Tilda's Summer Ideas, and it's a sewing one. I love to sew as well. So it's just different dolls and their clothes to make. And there's a bag in there as well. I think those are really cute. And then I got a pack of washable 24 fine tip markers. So that's the box. And these are the markers. There's 12 in each tray. With some nice colors. I believe that is it from Amazon. And we'll do Michael's next. So for Michael's, I got these just after Christmas. These first few things. This was at their 80% off. So this one here is regularly $13. So I paid $2.60 for it. And it's just like the mesh ribbon there. And then I bought this one here. It was regularly $20, so I paid $4. Then I got this plaid one. It was regularly $13, so I paid $2.60. And same with this one. So those are just the different ribbons that I bought. And then I found this, and it was on sale for $4.97, and it's just a little thing to put on the side of your desk, or I can put it on my in my craft cart. And then you just put little things inside of it, and it's got a flap on the back to keep it on the counter. I wonder if there's a picture like that. And then at the same time as those, I bought myself another iris box. I think we all know what these are, the 12 by 12 packs, or the 12 by 12 containers, and I store my papers in here, all my loose papers, and if there's room I'll put in an album as well. I just think that it looks neater, more neat and tidy on the shelf like this, so I enjoy using those. And I got myself a scoreboard as well. It is a Martha Stewart one, and I got this one 50% off. So I think I paid probably about $15 for it. Between 12 and 15, I can't remember the exact price. But it's a full size. I believe it's 12 by... Yeah, 12 by 12. Looks a little bit bigger actually. But it comes with the folder thing that you press down with, and then it comes with one of these rulers, the triangle one. I can't remember the name of them. And the last thing I actually bought yesterday, I got this from Michael's. They're just new out here in Canada anyways. I've never seen one before. And it was $12. I'm just going to zoom out a bit. So it's quite big. I don't know how big it looks on the camera, but it is quite big. And it measures... Well, it doesn't say, but it's 14.5 quart or 13.7 liters. But it's a pretty big one. And then what I liked about it was that it has this tray in here. So I'm going to use it. I don't know if I'll put my coloring stuff in here, or I haven't decided which. Maybe some knitting or whatever, just so that I can carry it around the house wherever I'm going, but I can keep it all neat and tidy as well. And it's not rolling all over the place, or, you know, messed up in my room, or what have you. So that is it for Michael's. I went to a book sale at our library last weekend. It's usually really, really good and huge. But this year they are in a temporary location. So they didn't have the full sale out. They only had one small area to put their stuff. And they usually, it's usually 3 full rooms. And this time it was just one small area for all the sorts of books to... So it wasn't very good. So I just ended up getting 4 books. The first one I got is this here, Better Homes and Gardens. And it's got all the indexes, the recipes, so on and so forth inside of it. I'll be using that to make a junk journal. And then I found this one here, which I thought was nice, and it's called Mixed Media Nature Journals. And it just gives you a bunch of different ideas on how to make, you know, a journal incorporating nature. And then I bought this one, and it's actually a Braille book, which I thought was really cool. So I'll be taking out the Braille pages and using them in a journal, or journals, I should say. So this is the first page, and if I hold it up like this, you can see all the little bumps right here. And every page has one of those. So it goes... Oops, come here. So it goes the Braille page. You can just sort of see it up here. And the picture. So here's the words on this side, but here is the Braille side. So I thought that was really cool. The whole book's like that. There's a little bit of pen marks on here, but I'm pretty sure I can get those out, so not a big deal. And the last one I just had to get. I couldn't leave this behind. It's Richard Scarry's Storybook Dictionary. I remember having this when I was a kid, but it's great for images. I'm sure you've all seen this one before. So that's it from the book sale. And I have some stuff from Goodwill. I will just get it all out of this bag. Okay. So the first thing I got was this little photo album. But I just thought it was so beautiful and that it would make a great junk journal cover. Because I love to do vintage junk journal books. And then of course it just has the things for the pictures in there. But that was $1.50. And then I found this here. It's just a Harry Potter card game, but I got it because my stepmom wants a Harry Potter junk journal. So I'm going to make her one, and I'm going to incorporate these into it. Alter some of them and leave some of them the same. And I just got myself a passport holder. That's nothing too exciting. But then I found these envelopes that I thought were really nice, and they were $1, but yellow was 50% off. So that yellow tag there, I paid 50 cents for these. I thought they were so nice. They're thick as well. So it goes like this. So this way. And then I've never seen an envelope like this particular style, exactly the same. That was really, really nice. That cost me 50 cents for a whole package of those, and there's probably about 6, 8, 10, maybe 20 of them in here. I also found this this stamp. It's a Creative Memories stamp. It was $6.50, but I got it 50% off, so it was $3.25. And as you can see, it's that design there. It's a border, like a border punch. I found another punch. It's a square one. It's a Recollections. It was $5.50, and then I got 50% off that, so $2.75. And it's just a big square. It is a 2.5-inch square, to be exact. And then I got myself some straws. Just because they are going out of the plastic straws in some of the restaurants and stuff like that. Like the fast food and everything. And when I come home, if I have bought something, I come home and there's no straw in the bag. Because they don't like giving them out unless you ask. And of course I always forget to ask. So I just bought a pack of plastic straws. And then I got this book here called The Joy of Cooking. I'm going to use it, the cover of it, for a junk journal. I bought this one because my mom used to have this book. And I inherited it when she passed away, but when we moved to England, I ended up getting rid of it. So I finally found another copy of it. So I'm going to use this to make a nice junk journal. And it was $4. And the last thing from the Goodwill is this pair of earrings that I bought. They were $2.50 and they were 50% off, so I paid $1.25 for them. And I like them. So the last thing I have to show you is what I bought from 2 different antique sales. So the first stuff I'll show you is from the stuff that I bought today. There isn't very much, so we're just about done. I bought these magazines. This is an old Chatelaine, July 1938, and it was 10 cents originally. But of course, I didn't pay 10 cents. I got 4 for $10, so $2.50 each, which is actually pretty good, because at our antique market, they sell them anywhere from $5 to $7 or $8. But of course, I love the old ads and things like that, just like everybody else. You know, these are great. And then there's a McCall's. This one is December 1934. That's nice. So of course I'll be cutting these up. And then there are 2 McLeans. This one I got because it has a Shirley Temple section in it. If I can find it again. No, I can't. But when I was browsing through it, I came across a few pages and it was all Shirley Temple. Oh, right here. So there she is. This is from one of the movies she did. So yeah. And then the other one is also a McLean's. Oh, that first one was 1935, and this one is 1937. Regularly 5 cents back then. Which that's all we had to pay for magazines. Well, we pay $15, $20 for magazines now, or anything good. And then today also I got these books. So this one here, it's called My Book House in Shining Armor. So I obviously got it for the cover. And I'll be able to use the pages and the pictures as well. So none of it will go to waste. And I got this one called Ideas and Images in World Art. I just paid a few dollars for each of these books. Like $2. This has got tons of images in it. So that's why I got this one. All different kinds of images. That's nice. And so on, and so on. And then the last one that I got is called The Wonderful Adventures of Niles, and I got that for the cover as well. Or Nils or Niles, however you say it. And then it's just, I don't believe there's any images in this one. Oh yeah. And this one lady was having everything on her table was 50% off. And I have a very small collection of teacups. But this one was, she wanted $8 for it, so it was only $4. So I have 4 other ones, so this makes 5. But I thought that was super pretty. and for $4. I had to pick it up. Let's wrap it back up quickly here. And then I got this big box full of vintage recipe cards and recipes. So some of them are just there's tons of the dividers in there, as you can see. And then there's handwritten recipes. There's a few typed recipes. And then there's some recipe cards that are from the company itself. Like these here. They're a pre-made one. But all the same to me, I can use them all. I like to put these in junk journals. And then there's a bunch of cutouts from magazines and stuff too, which I don't know if I'll use any of those, but I'll go through them anyways. So that was what I bought today. And then the other week they had a vintage sewing and craft flea market. And I bought myself a few things there too. So the first thing is I bought this vintage sewing box. It's hard plastic. It's in good shape. And I loved it because it came with this tray for your thread and bits and bobs in there. And then it came with a second tray. Looks like at one time it probably had little slats to go in here because you can see the lines on the side. They're actually indents, so I think at one point they probably had little slats to go in there. I also found some really pretty ribbons. This is like an orange polka dot one. And this is more like fibers. I think you can see that. It's like fluffy and furry. And then I bought another one. This one was different, but same idea. And I got tons of sewing stuff, so they definitely won't go to waste. It's a hard plastic. It's got the two trays. And then I found a big box of this DMC sort of tan colored thread, which I thought would be really good for binding books. It doesn't look like it's ever been used. And then I can use the packaging for something as well. I found an old set of playing cards, a vintage set there, and I love the backs of them, so I picked that up. This is two satin trims. Set these down. I got two vintage postcards. It's been written on. And then this one. This one has not been written on. A pack of these very shiny beads. And last but not least, I found a CP Express shipping contracts book with all the blank shipping things inside of it. which I thought was awesome. I think these are so cool. So yeah, it's like each one has, I think, 2 copies. Yeah. No, 1. Yeah, 2 pages for each copy. So that page and that page is one set. And then it's just a full book of it, and it's all unused. And that, my friends, is everything that I have bought for the last while. I should be all caught up on my haul videos now, my haul videos. And next one that I do should be a flip through of a journal that I'm just trying to finish up. And that is all. So thanks for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed my haul as much as I've enjoyed showing it to you. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.